don't like the angle of this camera, but there's nothing I can do about it. So I need to be right here. No, it's still wrong. It's still tilted up. I miss my kids. I want them. This is killing me. I don't make a lot of videos because I can't edit, and a lot of my videos would be me sitting here because I have to sit for half the time and just contemplate how much I hate the situation of my life. And so I just don't really do it anymore because, God damn it! I've already done it. I've already said all this. Why is this not walking? Oh my gosh, my life is chaos. I'm kidding, I'm being dramatic. I have to be. I miss my kids so effing much. I hope they know. Eventually, when they can handle it. I don't know. I don't know what I wish. Who knows? Whatever's best. I wish that. Chaos. It's chaos in my brain. I cannot imagine how one parent would do this to the other. I know women do it to men a lot, so I understand that it has occurred in the history of our human race. I would never do that. I don't know how someone does this to the other parent. Maybe as the woman who has had it happen to me, maybe I will be able to express it because I'm good with words. So maybe I'll be able to express what women have done to men throughout history. Maybe I can find words to express the pain and the grief and the sadness and the heartbreak and the heartache and the suffering. I don't know. I always look for a reason why things have to happen. How do you put that into words? Smile, because I'm a woman. A man would be like, words. Just kidding. Oh my gosh. I don't know anything. That's fine. I don't need to know anything. I just wish I could be useful in society. I was useful as a mother, and that got taken from me, and now I'm like, what can I do now? What job can I do now? I don't know anything else. Huh. That's what I knew. That was mine. I was not wanting to cry. I already did my makeup. This is ridiculous. How long can I balance a tear right there? I do weird things like this to stop myself from crying. Oh no, it didn't last. There's a tree. I'm looking at it. This is what I do. It's been 1 week since me. It's been a year. It's been 1 year and a month and a couple weeks. No one, most people, I would say almost nobody, can comprehend what I've gone through. Everyone hightailed it out of the situation when it happened to me. I've been alone. Dealing with it. I think here I'm laughing to shake off all this like when there's too much emotion and animals shake it off, like after a thing, like I find myself laughing or shaking all the time because I'm like, what else would I do with all this emotion? I think biologically it has to come out. Shaking, laughing, shivering. Some people get angry and let it out. I just laugh or shiver. Anyway, that's why I'm laughing, because this is not a time to be laughing. This is ridiculous. Anyway, I always think of a comment on YouTube, and it was from someone who I didn't recognize their screen name, and they said, "You were my childhood crush. What happened to you?" Meaning that they've followed my channel for a long time. And apparently they're no longer a child, but they said that I was their childhood YouTube crush, and what happened to me? And I was like, what happened to me? My kids got stolen. That's what happened to me when I was making videos that were like a little chaotic. But there's no one in real life that could help me. And that YouTube comment stung so bad because I'm like, yeah, like the life I had is gone. I'm not posting happy kid videos because my kids got taken and no one has helped me to get them back or fix this situation. And this is the real world. This is not just a comment section, you know, like there's people who can make comments and say, I'm here, like blah blah blah, like you're not in real life. That's not real. I do not want to sob before counseling. This is ridiculous. I do not want to ruin my makeup. I had bronzer on, dang it. And I have a mark right here on my eye, and everyone always asks me, where'd you get that bruise? This is not a bruise. When I was a baby, my mom dropped me on my face in a parking lot. She said she was pushing. I've heard different stories. One that she was carrying me, and one that I was in a shopping cart when I was a baby, and she was running in the parking lot, and she hit black ice, and I flew out, or she dropped me, or whatever, and I landed on my face. And sometimes, so whenever I cry or get upset, this turns red right there. Look like a bruise. It's not a bruise. And I also have weird, like, bone right here because I think it, like, shattered. And I have a crack in my skull. You can see it goes up through this. It goes all the way up. You can see it. It goes all the way up here. Comes all the way down here, and it shatters right here. But you can't really tell except that my face isn't even. I'm just saying this to distract myself from crying. Anyway. So you can see my injury as a baby. I miss my kids so much. YouTube isn't real. Nothing's real except what is directly in front of you. And I can record videos and I'm like, I know I'm real. I know this is real. But the video is me in a room, and in this moment I'm in a car by myself. That's what's real. People talking to cameras isn't really real because they're alone, but they're pretending they're not. It's so confusing. YouTube is so confusing. It's a concept I'm working with in my mind. I'm like, that's not real. But then I'm like, but a journal's real, like paper's real, books are real. But videos, it's like when you're talking to an audience like that, it's just maybe it's like the people who escape into books all the time and they're not really in the real world because they're in like a fantasy land. Maybe like YouTube and social media just needs to be viewed like that. Like, or like the people who dress up as like knights or whatever, and they fight like medieval people, and they fight each other with the foam swords or the real swords or whatever. I don't really know. And they're like in that fantasy. Maybe that's what social media is. I'm gonna think of it. It's just like an escape. It's not real. Just like reading books all the time isn't real. You're not actually in the world. You can't even feel your body sometimes when you're reading. At least I can't. If you get into it. Or a show or whatever. It's just an escape. I miss my children. Period. I miss my kids. Period. I want them back. Period. I'm alone in this world. Period. And I was alone before I lost them. And that's why I was like, help, 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 help. And no one helped. But when I did speak out like that, a few people made it worse. You can make things worse from a computer or a phone. It's unlikely you can make them better. Wow, what an insight. You can make things worse from your phone and your computer, but you cannot make them better that way. You can only make it better in person. I promise that's true. I'm wondering if you can organize for good using computers and phones. Why is it so much easier to organize things for bad, for protests? Not that protests are bad, but the energy is like, no. Like, can you organize an energy that's like, yes? Like, does that exist? The energy of yes, positive, high-pitched, or does it only exist as no? I don't know. Feels like the no is group energy and the yes is individual energy. This is not fair. Now I'm thinking about dolphins. I am so alone on this planet. Here I am laughing again because I'm crying thinking about dolphins. Like, how do dolphins do it? They're social creatures. They seem nice. I would love to have my kids back and raise them and not have them taken. And I knew they were going to get taken. I knew it. He told me if I was not grateful that he would take them from me, if I didn't want to be a stay-at-home mom, that you would make sure that they were taken. And he said, before he took them, days before, he said, it's either you and the kids or me and the kids, and I will do everything in my power to take them from you. And I wasn't afraid of that. And it happened. It was like, I used to say that angry, and now I say it crying, and I don't know what other voice to say it in. Like, was there anyone that could stop them from getting taken, or is there anyone that can get them back? I don't know how. I don't know what I have to do. And the things he says are lies. Like, I don't know how else to tell you. Laughing, crying, angry, scared. Like, can someone help me get them back? No, I don't think anyone can help me. I think I just have to, just laugh, cry, wait. It's been over a year. How would you not go crazy? How would you not lose your mind if you were told what I was told? You would. You would have lost your mind just like I did. You would have. Therefore, what? Nothing. Therefore, nothing. This is the middle of the book. And you're like, let me skip to the end and see how it turns out. You don't get to. And if you're in real time, watching this in real time, you won't know the ending unless you watch this in a decade or two, and then you'll be like, oh, I know how it turned out. I don't. I'm the person in the book, and I don't know how the book ends. I don't know what the next few chapters look like. And the last 10 chapters in the last 2 years have been hell. And I don't know where the other protagonists are. I am alone in this book. And my kids are missing, and someone has them who is saying really bad things about me and who did a lot of really horrible things. That if you have read my book, that is this video or this channel or this phone camera in a van outside my counselor's office, you're probably not reading the same book that I'm reading, as I'm in the book that you're reading, and the book I'm reading is The World, and the world looks really bad right now. Because I realized I'm alone and there's no one to help me get my kids back. I don't care about anyone else in the world. I care about my kids. I don't care about the rest of the things. I had $100,000 cash in savings. I had no mortgage. I had 4 vehicles. I had everything I needed financially. And I only cared about my kids. I didn't need anything else. And they got taken, and all my money is gone. I have spent it all on lawyers and survival. I have one weakness. What chaos.